Well, hello there. I was looking at my microphone because I've got the microphone on my bottom of my screen here. So I'm just wondering if my microphone is working, but it's showing green. So hopefully it's okay. Anyway, I'm here today. I've been crazy busy doing outside stuff and I'm not letting my ribs heal. So today I decided I'm going to take it easy. So I stopped waking up in the night with sore ribs. Hi, Jean. Oh, good. Thanks for letting me know. Hey, I didn't think Jonathan was going to come on today, and now he's on. So, oh well. I should have waited till he was done. But thanks for stopping in and saying hello. Of course, his big day will be tomorrow when he does the weigh-in. So I wanted to make some mega veggie chili, which of course he eats every Monday night. And I thought, well, it's time I make this so I can see what it's like. Oh, well, Steven's been working on the cupboards here, and he had down one of those blankets that you use to cover things when you're moving. And of course, I was at the sink doing something, and I turned around and got tangled in the blanket and then fell against my cement countertop. And it was like 2 weeks ago. But I've been splitting wood and digging, and yesterday I cleaned out the freezer in the shed, and I'm just doing too much, and I'm not letting it recover. And it kind of moved around. First I think there might have been a little bit of bleeding, so there was uh, pain in the front more, and then pain in the back of the ribs, and now it's right where I hit. So it's just interesting how pain moves around and refers, and then as the thing's getting better, it goes back to its source, and then it can go away. So it's getting there, and normal healing is 3 to 6 weeks. So I think I'm heading into my third week here. So, but you know how it is. You're always wondering, is it ever going to get better? Well, not if I keep delaying its improvement. But today I'm behaving, and I've been chopping up vegetables, which doesn't hurt, and my ribs are nice and quiet right now. So I've got my Instant Pot, the 8-quart Instant Pot, and I got all my veggies chopped. And so for the Mega Veggie Chili, I'm going to start. Any movement you have and the pain in the same spot may be, well, it may be broken. Well, I can work out. I can do push-ups. I don't think it's broken. It's just sore. You know how bruised ribs can be as painful as broken ribs. And I mean, there's nothing you can do. So except for you can rest. So that's what I need to do. I mean, not complete rest. Not bed rest, but I've got to quit doing things like trying to split wood because that vibration. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can walk and it doesn't hurt at all. And there's plenty of things that I can stop doing that where it'll feel better. But it's nice to have you, Jean. So I'm sauteing the onion. That's always nice. So I'm supposed to add them to the pot. So there's 2 carrots that I diced up. And a couple of ribs of celery. See, I've just been sitting or standing and behaving myself, chopping these vegetables. Sweet pepper, bell pepper. And I think sweet bell pepper. Oh, jalapeno and garlic. Okay. Here's a jalapeno, and I didn't bother cleaning out the seeds. I like it all. going to have a nice zip to it. And then a ton of garlic. I made the polenta with white beans and mushrooms finally, that Jonathan's always raving about. And it was delicious. And I added onion and garlic to it. For some reason they don't put that in the recipe, but I think, if you're going to have mushrooms, you must have onion and garlic, right? Have you tried it, Jean? The white bean and polenta recipe? Boy, this looks good. Look, check this out. Very colorful. Mega Veggie. So it says to cook it for 5 or 6 minutes. So just for the heck of it, I'm going to look at what that would be. Say, started on 5. I do too. I love garlic. Hi, Carlene. Oh, great. You saw the picture? I've got mega veggie chili going on. So onion, garlic, carrot, bell pepper, jalapeno, celery, sweet bell peppers. Did I already say that? Yum-y. Yeah, Jean, I always put more garlic in than it's asked for. Except for sometimes AJ, she puts enough in. Oh, good. You joined FFOF. Yeah, it's quite the site, isn't it? It's there's so much information. But I think it's worth just taking your time. And all Dr. Lyle's stuff is on there. And the forum is just, you don't have to read everything, just what interests you. And sometimes when there's a challenge going on, just keeping up with the challenge. The 15-day challenge just ended. And I just love to get up in the morning. That's the first thing I do is tune in to that day's video and that day's success story. Just, I don't know, just a way to keep keeping on, because, man, you go out in the world, and I was at Costco today, and the carts are just full of packaged poison. I mean, my cart is just brimming with real food. And I don't know. I just so prefer. Yes, Jean, it really helps with accountability and support. The fact that the whole group of us are interested in eating this way, because everywhere else you go, it's people aren't doing it this way. It's crazy. Ours too full of veggies? What do you mean? Oh, yours too. Yes, full of fruit and vegetables. I went to 3 stores. First we did Sprouts, and that's where I get all my greens. And I got some pumpkin pie spice. And then I went to the Asian store and I got purple sweet potatoes, Japanese sweet potatoes, and white potatoes, which are the hama-hamas. And then went to Costco, and I just go straight to their produce department. And I got apples and celery, their organic celery, and their organic frozen blueberries. And, I just go up and down the mangoes, both the champagne and the green, and bananas and lemons and limes. And I had a lot of the vegetables, so I didn't need to get those again, because I've got, there's no mushrooms in here. I just realized that. This is going to be different. A chili without a mushroom. Interesting. I'm kind of surprised, but I'll try it. Usually when there's no mushrooms, I miss them. Carlene, you take 2 carts. I understand. It's just because I'm going to 3 different stores that I don't have 2 carts in Costco. Oh, yeah. Well, Costco or Sam's Club. Doesn't Sam's Club have a lot of organic stuff too? We don't have a Sam's Club here, so. And we just got a Sprouts last April, or maybe it was a year ago, April. So, and a Winco just went in, but they don't have anything organic yet. And I went in once and I said to the person, the manager, I said, there's no organic food here. It's so limited. The dried beans, there was absolutely none. Thank goodness for Azure. And she says, yeah, I'm from California. I'm surprised that there's no organic food. Oh, so Sam Club's, well, then good. Well, hopefully your Costco has some organic stuff. Here they said they got it because that's what everybody wanted. So that was encouraging. I mean, at least people are going for organic food here. Okay, so I've got that, been there cooking that for 5 minutes. And so now I think I'm going to add the seasonings and the beans and the water and the tomatoes. So in the seasonings, I've got chili powder, cumin, and is that it? Chipotle. So this is going to be hot. It's going to be spicy with the jalapenos in there. Okay, and the beans. So these are the beans that I had. Oh, hi, Annette. I got chickpeas. I'm just using what I have here. I got pintos. These are things that I had frozen. And then some adzukis, which are the red beans. Okay. So, and then I think water and tomatoes. So I've got some water here. And I got my can of diced tomatoes, Muir Glen. Oops. I'm trying to read and stir at the same time here. Plan trips redder. Oh, I just cleaned out my freezer. And now it's nice and empty. So I hate to fill it up because then you don't know where anything is. And that this is the Mega Veggie Chili that Jonathan always raves about. I got it from Kari. And it doesn't say where it's from. Author is Susan Voisin, Voisin. It looks like it's just right off the internet. Okay, so stir well. And then stick on the lid. Putting the lid on. And I'm taking it off, saute. And I'm going to set it for 3 minutes. All right. So then you open the pot and you stir in corn and bulgur. And I don't have any bulgur, so I've got the corn. And I figure we'll just add rice or something to it because I don't want the wheat in the bulgur. But I was missing everybody today, and I thought I'm going to make this chili. And I just made the white bean polenta dish. And that day was crazy day, and I just didn't have time to go online, so I just did it. But I'll have to do that one because it's really good, and it looks great, and it tastes great. And I don't know. I just think it'd be everybody like it. So yeah, Nat, I made all those soups from the plant powered uh, woman's warrior, and then we had so much to eat. My freezer gets full, and so we've got to eat some of the stuff that I make. So that's why I haven't been on for a while. Plus, I've been splitting wood. I cleaned the shed freezer out yesterday. What else was I saying I did? There's just been so much going on around here. With our bedroom extension, Stephen is uh, mudding and taping the drywall. So once we get the mudding and the taping done, we can just paint it, and the floor's got to go in, and that's about it. And we'll be ready to move in. Meanwhile, outside, Edgar has taken out the half of the deck that was still left up, and he'll replace that with what we've been using on our other decks. Hi, Karen. Yeah, Jean, come to our Saturday check-ins at 2 o'clock. They're great because Zena heads them, and she's such a doll. And we talk for about a half hour, and then uh, she breaks. We get to go in these little breakout rooms where there's just a couple of us, and we get to talk to each other and get to know each other a little bit, and talk about our week, and if there's any issues or anything. And then we come back to Xena and in the big group, and we hang out for like an hour, and it's just all of us just talking and I mean one at a time, but it's really fun. Yeah, Karen, I waited till 2:15 and he hadn't come on, so I thought John wasn't going to come on today. So I thought, oh well, I'll come on and we'll cook. And then I noticed he came on. So sorry about that, Jonathan. I blew that one because, otherwise I usually try to wait till he's done before I come on. So yes, Jean, it's dirty work, this taping and mudding, and I'll be so glad when it's done, because then I can finally go through and clean every inch of this house, and it won't just get dusty right away again. I'm forever mopping and vacuuming and sweeping and shaking out rugs, and so crazy. Yes, Jean, making chili different every time it's kind of fun, isn't it? And you can't go wrong. Yes, Annette, it seems like a long time since I've done a live. So it was time. Oh, Karen, he's going to start every day at 2:15 now. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Oh, shoot. Because we usually, that means he might not be done till 3:15. Right, Jean, you're on a different time zone. Oh, Annette, your hubby's a drywaller taper? Well, Stephen loves it. He's a furniture finisher and refinisher. And he just loves filling in and putting on the corners, and he just gets up there. I mean, he loves to try to do it to where he doesn't have to sand much. So he just changed it yesterday, Karen. Oh, okay. I thought he just did yesterday at 2:15 because he was running late. So I didn't catch the whole live yesterday. It is an art, Annette. It is an art, and he's an artist, and so he really, I mean, he lets Edgar put up the drywall, and then he wants to do the mudding. So he spent the first few days just filling things in and making things flat and putting the corner pieces on and filling those in, and so now he's starting. He says if you do it right, you can just put some mud and put the tape on, and then just let it dry and do a light sanding, and then do a touch up, and we'll be good to go. So right now he took his bicycle down. So I've got a tour coming up the 30th of April. We're heading for Wenatchee, And he wasn't going to do it at first, but now he's decided he wants to go, which is great. I mean, I love it when he comes because he helps me with the rides. And so, but when we both leave, then uh, Karen's in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Gene. Good old Tulsa. I loved it there. It was like getting out of the plane and walking into a sauna when I was there. And we stayed right downtown, Karen, and rush hour at that time because everybody had gone to um, Texas. Rush hour is like 4 cars down below us because we were right in the middle of downtown. So, Carly, the tour. Well, it's a hub and spoke tour. So we'll be leaving from the hotel each morning, except for the last morning. We'll start home and do this ride to Plain. And each day is going to range between, say, 35 and 45 miles. And it's May 1st through the 5th. So we'll go there on the 30th, get settled in, have an appointment where we'll meet and sort of coordinate, what time I want everybody up and ready to go. And then the first day, because this is the first tour of the year, I'm starting out easy, and we're just going to ride along the river on mostly bike paths. And there's the Columbia River's up there, and they run a bike path along that, and that one I think is, I have to look, but I think it's around 35 miles. And then we're going to ride from Wenatchee to Kashmir one day, and Kashmir's the little town that makes the applets and cutlets, because Wenatchee is a big orchard town. So there's lots of fruit orchards there. And so, of course, Kashmir takes it and loads it with sugar and makes those applets and cutlets. And but it's a cute little town. It's a little tourist town, and it's fun to ride there. I'm hoping we can do the back roads. There's one portion of the back route that's off road and a little rough, so I'll find out if everybody's okay with it. Otherwise, we'll have to take some of the highway, which has a huge shoulder. It'll be fine, but it'll just be noisier, more traffic than the back roads. And then another place I'm taking everybody is up into the orchards, the Stamilt fruit orchards, and that's a climb up to Wenatchee Heights, and actually at one point we can go up to the ski lift if everybody wants to, as long as it's warm enough. So that's a fun ride. And then another ride, the fourth ride, will go almost to Leavenworth. Actually, it'll go to Dryden, which is just before Peshastin, little town of Peshastin, which is just before Leavenworth. So it was already a pretty substantial ride, so I didn't go all the way into Leavenworth. But the fifth day, Friday, we'll check out of the hotel and we'll drive to Leavenworth, and we'll ride up what's called the Chumstick Canyon up to the little town of Plain, Plain. And I love this ride. It's this gradual climb up this canyon, and then you drop down into Plain, and then there's a little store there, and we'll sit and eat our whatever we've brought, and then we'll ride up to Wenatchee State Park and out to Highway 2, and it's downhill all the way practically back to Leavenworth in the cars, and it's all along the river. And when the salmon are running, you can see the salmon, and there's stops along the way there where you can pull off and just watch the salmon in the stream. So it's pretty cool. So that's the first tour, and that is that first week in May. And then the next weekend is the Veggie Fest. And hi, Stephanie. I've signed up for the whole weekend to volunteer with the Veggie Fest because I thought, what better way to give a little bit for the whole, vegan cause. And but I'll take my own food because Chef AJ, from what I hear, the Veg Fest can be pretty. They're vegan, but not necessarily health food vegan. So we'll see. We'll see how much all of us have learned. And I'll just take my potatoes and my carrot sticks and jicama and hummus, and I'll be prepared just in case. And I've gotten an Airbnb for Friday and Saturday night, and I'm just going to go work. I'm going to set up, and then they've asked me if I'll be a sell tickets. So I'm going to be a ticket seller at the Veg Fest, and then I'm going to help break down too. So I'll get some activity and some just sitting and selling tickets. And by then, my ribs will be just fine. So that's the Veg Fest. And the next weekend, there's this thing called the Viking Fest in our little town of Paulsbo. So I'm planning on there's a 5K run, and the bike club every year we go and we help the 5K run. So we start in front of the race, and so we lead the runners, and there's this turn that everybody always gets confused about. So I stand at the turn and make sure everybody makes the turn, and they run around this point, and then they just head back towards town, and the race ends downtown. And we sort of, we sweep the course once everybody's come through and make sure that everybody's okay. And that'll be on that Saturday. And then that Sunday is my potluck. So I'll take something for the potluck, and I've got the DVD, or Charlie's got it, and he's going to let me use it. From Food to Freedom, Nelson's new documentary. So I'm hoping to show that at the potluck. And then the next weekend is Chicago, where JP is doing his 5-day retreat, and I'm going to that. So May is just a crazy month. I don't even know if I'll be able to do anything here in May. It's so crazy. Thanks, Caroline. I do cool things. There's a lot going on in May, that's for sure. And then I'll get back from Chicago, and June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th is the next tour. Adventure Cycling Association does this weekend the big weekend bike ride, and we do it every year. Hi, Pretty Girl's mom. Jonathan's not done yet, is he? I've been telling everybody I came on because I thought Jonathan wasn't going to, and then he came on. Otherwise, I would have waited for him. But yeah, then so that ride, we're going to leave here, and I'm just going to ride right from the house and ride to, the first day is up to Port Townsend, which is a nice ride, and I've done it a million times, but this is with a new group, so it'll be fun. And then the next day we'll hop a ferry and we'll get onto Whidbey Island and ride the island, and ride to Clinton. And Clinton will catch the ferry over to Mukilteo, and then we'll ride to Everett, and I think we'll ride all the way to Edmonds and spend the night in Edmonds, and then the third day we ride back home. So again, we hop a ferry and spot probably about a shorter ride to home. Oh, that's great, Pretty Girl's mom. Yeah, Jean came over too. She's splitting between the two of us too. If I'd known, I would have waited. But now I know that he doesn't start till 2:15, so I won't be sitting there waiting for him. So I can wait till he's done. Okay, now this is John. Let's see here. Okay, we're going to release the steam, open the pot, and stir in the corn. Let me get my diverter here. What did I do with it? Here it is. Ah. Thanks, Pretty Girl's mom. Tell him hello. Tell him sorry. I didn't realize that he was going to start late. But tell him I'm making the mega veggie chili tonight. So I'm making his 2 favorites this week. Yes, I'm getting facial. My skin. Yeah, you can't see it on here, but my nose has been breaking out. I don't know what that's about. Yes, Stephanie, he has it pretty much every Monday night. And then his white bean and polenta he had, I think, on Sunday, the same night that I made it and had it, and it was really good. Although I do add onion and garlic to mine. So turn the corn, taste and add additional blah blah blah. Simmer on low heat until the bulgur is cooked. Well, I'm not putting bulgur in mine, so mine will be done once I get the corn done. So maybe I should have let it sit for a little bit longer. We'll see. See what everything looks like when I take it out. Yeah, I hope John does really well tomorrow in his weigh-in. That was really exciting where he dropped last week. So what else in June? I'm trying to think. I think then I have a rest. So I'll be back in June cooking because we'll be out of food too. So I'll need to restock up the freezer. And then I'm leading a tour in July. Oh, one thing that we might do in June is one of the fellas, he's going to leave on the 4th and do a tour over in Ellensburg, Eastern Washington. And there's a wonderful ride in Eastern Washington from Yakima down a canyon to Ellensburg. And so a couple of the cyclists and me might go over there and ride a few of the rides that he's going to do. We'll have the maps. We won't be able to do it the same week he is, but the next week we can do it. So that's a possibility. Summer's going to be busy with tours. So here's the veggie chili so far. Let's add the corn in. I wasn't thinking, but the bulgur would soak up the fluid. What else could I put in there that's not bulgur, you guys? To soak it up. Maybe some quinoa, Stephen? Well, I forgot. There's extra fluid in here because the bulgur would have soaked it up. So I should put some grain in there.
Put some cooked rice in.
Would that soak anything up though? How about if I put some quinoa in?
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, have a look at it.
It doesn't look like it needs anything soaking up there.
You sure?
I would say, yeah.
Oh, we were talking about oats.
Yeah, you can do anything you want, but I think it's fine the way it is.
I think it's going to be too.
It's not
barley,
chili.
quinoa.
It's more like a soup.
Yeah.
Be good.
I think I'm going to put a little salt in. Quinoa. Yeah, quinoa's quick. So let's get a half a cup here. This is washed quinoa. Right? Cooked rice would soak up a little, Jean. Anyways, I'll do the quinoa. And I think I'm supposed to turn it on saute. Yeah, simmer on low heat. What do you think, 15 minutes? It says normal. Okay. It says on low. I don't know if saute has a low mode. Does saute have a low mode on these things? Yeah, starches. Oh, okay. Well, I'm doing quinoa. Here's what it looks like. So it's pretty soupy. Anybody know how long? No low saute. Okay. It says simmer on low heat, Instapot on saute low until the bulgur is cooked and the chili has thickened. Well, it's not simmering yet, so I guess I'll just keep an eye on it. Smells good. Doesn't have much of a smell, but okay. Well, Stevie just picked up his bike and now he's back mudding and taping again. 15 minutes. That's what I was thinking. Okay. That will work. Sounds like it's going to start simmering here. So in July, I'm going to do a tour down in southern Washington, starting first at Mount Rainier. So we're gonna drive to Ashford and spend the night, and then get up in the morning and climb Rainier up to Paradise Lodge, and that's a beautiful ride. I love that ride. Then when we get done with that, we're gonna drive down to Chehalis and spend the night, and then do 2 rides out of Chehalis. Well, 1 ride out of Chehalis, the Chehalis Loop, which I've never done, so that'll be fun. So Annette, you're having company for most of May. Your son and a friend. That's going to keep you busy. And then the next day, we'll spend the night in Chehalis again, and then we'll drive to Toledo and do a loop from Toledo, which is just 20 minutes from Chehalis. Okay, Jean. See you later. Then we'll leave Toledo and drive down to Castle Rock, and we'll do 3 rides from Castle Rock. One of them being we'll drive to a school and ride up Mount St. Helens. Yes, and that Jean and Pretty Girl's mom are going back and forth between Jonathan and me, because I didn't realize Jonathan goes on later now at 2:15. And I thought, since he hadn't been on yet, that he wasn't going to come on today. So I went ahead and got on, and then he came on. Or he probably came on while I was getting ready to come on. I didn't notice. I didn't get notified either. I'm going to have to check my bell and make sure I've hit the black bell to get notified every day. Because usually my little bell lights up in my upper right corner when he's on. So, but actually he did come on my phone. So I don't know. Maybe I've got the bell on my phone checked, but not the bell on the computer. So I'll do that. Seems to me I used to get notified though on my computer. So sometime this week I'm going to see if I can hardwire my computer. I'm kind of haunted by that gal that Chef AJ interviewed that said don't have wireless going all the time. So I thought, well, I'll see what it's like to go ahead and hardwire my computer. We'll see. So that's the July ride. And then at the end of August, we're going to ride to Spokane. So we're going to start here. We're going to ride over the North Cascades Highway, which is mountain passes. We're going to do Washington Pass, Rainy Day Pass, Loop Loop Pass, Sherman Hill Pass, or it's not Sherman Hill. I can't think of something with an S. There's a lot of passes. Wakanda Pass. And we'll make our way to Spokane, and then Stephen and I are going to leave the group. The group is going to get on a train to come back here. Stephen and I are going to ride down south into Oregon and loop back around up here and maybe catch Chris, who's doing a tour from here up to Anacortes and on the San Juan Islands. And actually, he's going to go up to Bellingham. I don't know if we'll catch him for that, but we're probably going to be touring all of September and maybe into a little bit of October. So we'll see. We'll see what mood we're in by then. So it's busy summer. And then, of course, we got the gardens going here. So that'll be interesting. But, you know, this first year, I'm not sure what the gardens are going to do because we're doing that wood chip method back to Eden. And they may just need this first year just to restore the soil, because I didn't know anything about it, and my soil doesn't have that great a nutrition because I haven't been feeding it the last couple of years like I just learned that I need to do. But we'll see. And then, of course, you got to stay home when it's time to tend them and harvest them, and I don't know how good I'm going to be at doing that either. See, now this is going way too fast. I don't know how to slow this down. All I know is I should turn it off, and that'll slow it down. So hopefully my quinoa will cook, Annette. So what are all you guys doing this summer? Annette's going to have company in May. Or are you all I've got, Annette? Which is plenty. Hey, Annette. You started volunteering at a sanctuary. They have a garden that needs tending. Ooh. Oh, but it's just not your thing. Yeah. It never was mine either. But this whole plant-based eating has gotten me interested. As long as I don't have to use fertilizers and pesticides. So I'm willing to try it. But, you know, I don't want to ruin the soil. I want to restore the soil. Yes. Oh, Carlene. Yuck. You poor thing. Have you had one before? I never did have the courage to do a colonoscopy. You know, I watched Stephen go through one. I just thought, nah, it's not for me. Oh, so you know what you're in for. Oh, Annette, that's so neat that you're fundraising to save a mini donkey and a mini horse. Are you doing Jonathan's retreat? He does his whole retreat. He gives it all to his sanctuary. So that's my big donation this year. Because it was around $800, $850. But, you know, it covers everything. Where we're staying, meals. So I don't know how much his retreat gets, but I'll be giving it more. He's got such a good cause going there. The only thing that turning that off, it stopped timing it. So I better put some time on there. Like maybe, what do you think, 10 more minutes? Let me see what this says. I guess what I can do is just turn it on and off until I see that quinoa's. Oh, the quinoa's starting to open up. But it's still too soupy. The 36-hour fast, I'm going to start Friday. And we'll go Friday all day Saturday, and breakfast Sunday we'll eat. So, and what I do is whatever time I start on Friday, I go 36 hours from that time. So for instance, if I start at 7 o'clock on Friday night, then breakfast is anytime after 7 on Sunday. And the best part about it is I rest. So I'm looking forward to that. Usually we ride on Saturdays, but I just want to do the fast. Oh, I hope you do, Annette. That would be fun. I know Jessie's going to join in with me. She sometimes does a 48-hour fast. So she's going to do it. And I think Gina's going to join. So by all means, join in. I don't know if I'll go live during the fast. You want me to? I mean, I probably won't cook because why torture myself? But I'll probably cook, Sunday. So I come on Sunday. I know last time I came on Sunday. Saturday, I stay pretty low key. I do go for walks, but that's about all I do. And I just rest. They taught me well at True North. So, but do you have oh, okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll definitely need to cook something on Sunday. Oh, we'll have this mega veg chili. How do I handle the tummy growling during a fast? Well, I warm up my water. So the water, you can drink as much water as you want. Although at True North, they said not too much because you don't want your electrolytes to get all out of balance. But I find if I warm up the water in my electric pot here, it really soothes me to drink warmed up filtered water. And I just sip on it. So, and I rest. I mean, it's, for those of us who don't rest, like we're supposed to, it really is a nice little retreat for me. Benefits I see with the fast, I rest. Oh, and Annette says she likes warm water too. It resets my system. The best thing about the fasting is when you start to eat again, and it empties out my belly completely, and I can feel what being hungry feels like. It refamiliarizes that for me, because for so many years I didn't listen to my body, and I just ate what like some diet told me to, and the measurements that it told me to, at the time that it told me to. I didn't eat because I was hungry. And I need to learn how to do that. And I'm still learning. Um, and I don't have really any stopping mechanism when I'm satisfied. The cram circuit is alive and well, in that I just feel like even if my stomach's full, I want to cram more in, because in the old days it was always I needed to go on another diet, and so I was always eating everything in sight because I wasn't ever going to eat it again. And of course, after as the addiction progressed, I would only last a few hours. So it's sort of resetting my whole mechanism. I'm relearning about myself, and the best way, even while I'm fasting, we go by, say, the bananas or the apples, and I just want to reach out and grab one and eat it, and I can't because I'm fasting, and it's just kind of neat. It stops me, and and then I realize, when I'm not hungry, it's one thing to want to have that when you're hungry, but when I'm not hungry, I do it just to have something to chew. Like, I use it for entertainment or something. So it's it's I don't know. It's teaching me. Um, and Sonny, if you're still trying to lose weight, I don't recommend fasting. uh, that's going too far. I think when you're trying to lose weight, I think the thing is to just stay on a whole food, plant exclusive program and just let it melt off you. It's hard enough. But once I had it off, I really became interested in fasting, just to see if my health needed any tune up. I think, after 65 years of eating standard American diet, even though I thought I was eating a healthy standard American diet, I wasn't. And I wanted to build some insurance for myself. And I mean, Dr. Goldhammer doesn't even recommend fasting. He wants the intermittent fasting, but I'm not that great at intermittent fasting. It's easier for me to just fast. And then if I'm eating, eat. So, I mean, that's another thing. I'm learning about myself, because I kept trying to do the intermittent fasting, and what would happen is I would eat so much more, because my brain was like, oh, but then you can't eat. You can't eat anything after, 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. And what if I get hungry? And, silly stuff, just brain stuff. And my husband is according to the clock. A lot of people do. A lot of people do that. And I've learned to fiddle with it more since this fasting, and where I've been hungry, and I'm not eating because I'm not going to eat for 36 hours. Yes, Sonny. Issue is get hungry late at night. Well, if you're actually hungry, then you should eat. Um, like sometimes I'll wake up really hungry. Not when I'm fasting. If I'm fasting, I just drink some water. But if I'm not fasting and I wake up and I'm hungry at even 2 in the morning, I'll get up and have an orange if I need to, because I can't sleep. I mean, first I'll see if I can go back to sleep, and if I can't, if I'm that hungry, I'll eat something, a vegetable or a fruit. Yes, Sonny. If I could stop after 6, well, here's the thing: when it gets light out like this, we're still working until sometimes it's just not practical for us to stop and eat, because we like to get things done and then stop and eat. So, that'll be another one. I mean, you got to take each one of these things as you're ready to do it. And uh, so each of us has our road we're going to walk. But I know the guy that's 99 years old, he stops at 2. And he doesn't eat until the next morning. And I mean, he eats early the next morning, but still, that's pretty cool that he can stop eating at 2 and not eat the rest of the day and not be hungry. So apparently your body gets used to it. So this is looking pretty good. I think we got some chili here. Let's get a little bit out here. So here it is. The Mega Veggie Chili. Here's my alarm. It's hot. Ooh, that is really good. Chili's good, honey.
What's that?
The chili is really good.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, I like. Yeah, this is definitely a chili I'll do again. I'll probably put mushrooms in it, though. But that is really tasty. I don't know. I'll have to see what Steven thinks. Pretty good. For lunch today, I roasted the honey nut squash. Let me grab them. So good. You guys have these? And they roast up nice. Kind of look like baby butternuts, but they really are a nice squash. Nice and tasty. And we had a salad. And then I had a Hawaiian purple inside sweet potato. So the one thing I've noticed with these winter squashes is they don't satiate me enough. The recipe looks like it was just off the internet. I think if you just Google Mega Veggie Chili, the author is Susan Voisin, Voisin. Mega Veggie Chili. Ooh, you do a lasagna with butternut squash? You cook the squash. You must not. You slice the squash thin and make that your noodle. I made Kim Campbell's lasagna stew, and I used thinly sliced potatoes instead of noodles, and it was delicious. Oh, you steam the squash, so you can cut it, of course. Hey, Jennifer. Oh, good, Stephanie. Did you just Google it? Jennifer, I just finished the chili, and it's really, really good. The Mega Veggie Chili. How are your eyes doing? Man, this is good. And the quinoa worked just fine. Good. I recommend it. Do either of you eat wheat bulgur? Oh, you sweetie. Don't hurt your eyes trying to look at this. The quinoa works. Let me know what you guys do. I know Gina had an appointment today, and Jesse was off with Richard doing something. Yeah, Annette, me too. Flour free. Jennifer, millet would be another idea. But I really like the quinoa. and it cooked right up. I'm going to have to look at my Instapot directions and see how you can saute on low, if there is such a thing. I don't see why millet wouldn't work, Stephanie. I've got millet too. I didn't think about it. Does millet get soft like quinoa does? I know I put it in something. It was a soup. It was the millet. I think it was one of, can't remember now. But it didn't really, it still felt like it was hard in my mouth. It's soft and it holds shape. Oh, all right. The millet would take longer than 15 to 20 minutes. Well, that wouldn't be good because, bulgur it's partially cooked, isn't it? Hey, pretty girl's mom. Is Jonathan done? Yeah. I used the Instant Pot, Jennifer, for this chili, this Mega Veggie chili. I mean, it is actually cooked in the Instant Pot. Well, it's good to see you, pretty girl's mom. Like I say, if I'd known he was going to be on, I would have waited till he was done. But it's 3:30. I don't know if I would have waited because I needed to get moving. Yes, Jennifer, me too. Flour and gluten free. Tomorrow's day 900. Well, I'll definitely be watching because it's weigh-in Wednesday. That'll be good. I was going to go deliver wood on Thursday, but Jan, my neighbor who's going to help me take it over, he wants to wait till Tuesday, which is probably good for me. Give my ribs a week to heal up. Oh, you were doing yoga, Jennifer. Well, that's great. Yoga's always good. Plus, you don't want to hurt your eyes on this darn screen. Hi, Jean. Oh, Annette, I tripped I got tangled in a rug and I fell against that darn cement corner of the counter and really hurt myself. So it's been a couple of weeks almost and I'm trying to do way too much. So, splitting wood and cleaning out the freezer and mowing the lawn and digging out roots. So it's been really busy around here, but now I'm going to slow down, let this thing heal. Thanks, Jennifer. Well, what do you guys think? Yeah, I'll take it easy. I promise. I can go walking. That won't hurt me. But, it's the kind of thing where it doesn't tell me till at night. Hey, Gina. Yes, we're still live, just chatting, visiting. Just good to see everybody. You missed the chili. Here, I'll show you a picture of it, Gina. I made the Mega Veggie chili, and it's really tasty. I can see why Jonathan likes it. And instead of wheat bulgur, I used quinoa. Chili is really good, Jean. I tasted some, and it's very, very tasty, even without mushrooms. So it's definitely it's a go-to, and you can just Google it on the internet. Stephanie and Annette both found it on the internet. Mega Veggie Chili, and the author is Susan Voisin, Voisin. V as in victory. And the quinoa worked out just fine. Yeah. I didn't know how to low saute, so I just turned the saute on and off. If it got simmering too hard, I just turn it off and let it settle down, then turn it back on again. So I made it work. Can always make it work, right? So yeah, I'll just let that sit now till dinner, and we'll have it for dinner, and it'll just, get the flavors all mixing and melding. So it'll be good. Oh, Gina, you made Sandra's chili again. Well, I've got some of that too. I've got it in the freezer. So it's by Susan Voisin, Voisin, Jennifer, and it's called Mega Veggie Chili. There it is. Definitely be making it again, although I think I'm going to add mushrooms to it. Oops, I'm tangling my cord here. Yeah, I've made all the soups in the Warrior cookbook. I need to look at some of Chef Bravo's stuff. See if there's something in there I want to make. But, things are going to heat up as the weather warms up here with cycling. And I did say, I think it was Jean that asked did you ask for a packing video, Jean? I'm going to do that next week when I'm getting ready for the tour. Yes, Sid Notter's Instant Pot pineapple chili. That is so good, Annette. I've made that one too. Oh, Jennifer, you made Bravo's potato leek soup. What'd you think? That sounds really good. Yeah, Gina, that is definitely one worth making. I've made that one a couple times. So I definitely, you can't go wrong with chili, right? Have we made a chili we don't like? Yeah, sometimes the steps are worth it, huh, Jennifer? To get a good recipe. Oh, and I've got some corn muffins too we can have with it tonight. That'll be good. And the muffins are flour free. I just made them with polenta, corn grits, and oat groat sludge. That's interesting, Jennifer. That's a good idea to brown the potatoes before you add to soup and cook. Yeah, roast them first. In my little basket air fryer, they brown up really nice. I put them on air roast. Oh, lentil tortilla recipe. Okay, is that, yeah, the red lentils, you soak them, I think for 2 hours. Actually, I'll have to look and let you know. Let's see, where would they be? I think they're probably in my big binder here. Savory lentil loaf, Christmas loaf. sour lentils, tangerine soup, mock tuna salad, chipotle bean burgers, butter beans, barbecued lentils. Should be in the lentils. Dal. Here we go. 3 hours. Soak them for 3 hours. Yeah, I don't think Chef Bravo's on the internet. You made awesome corn tortillas, Jennifer, and yes, they are addictive. I can't, try to eat just one. So now I think I've used up all my frozen beans and I have to cook some more. Too bad you're all so far away. It'd be fun to work the veg best together. That's what I do, Jennifer. I freeze them. Yeah. Yeah. I freeze them and I don't eat them. And then Steven just forgets about them. Crazy kid. Sorry about the glare. Just thought I'd wash up these dishes while we were visiting. Oh, geez, we've been on for over an hour, you guys. But I missed you all. So it's fun to get a chance to visit. As soon as one of us figures out a way to Zoom, we can all talk. It won't just be me. Yeah, I wish you were closer, Jennifer. We'll get to hang out next month. Nobody else is going to JP's retreat. Okay, Stephanie, have a great day. Yeah, we are, Annette, but it's not the same. Yeah, I know how to send a Zoom, but I don't have everybody's. Where do I send it? Mine can go as long as I want, under the West Sound Cycling one. I don't have everybody's email address. I mean, I suppose we could figure out how to do that. Yeah, we could pull emails. Okay, Annette. My email is LUV as in Victor, the number 2, CYCLE at yahoo.com. Love to cycle at yahoo.com. And we'll do a Zoom. That'd be fun. We'll do that one next. Yeah, I got yours, Jennifer. I got Gina's and Jesse's. But I need jeans. I might have jeans. Annette, Stephanie, Tracy Lynn. There's a bunch of us. It'd be so fun to get everybody. Should we try to cook and chat or chat? I don't know. It's kind of fun to cook and chat. Since we can all have our mics on, we can all be cooking or talking. You don't have to pay attention to the chat to read it. So I guess we need to just try one and we'll develop it as we go. Maybe Sunday when I'm done with the fast. That's probably next time I'll be cooking. Although there's still the rest of this week. Okay, vote which way. And actually, people can do whatever the heck they want. If you want to just sit and visit, we can do that. And if you want to cook or you're busy with something, but you want to visit at the same time, then do that. Oh, you can't do Sunday? Uh-oh. That'll be the next one, the next thing. Well, I'll send something out and then people can let me know. And it won't be the only one. Oh, it's his birthday. Oh, all right. You going to do something surprise, or are you guys just going to go out on a date? Thanks, Annette. Oh. There's such a delay with the sometimes. Oh, extended family. Okay. So you guys can take your birthdays seriously. Okay. Well, we'll figure something out. If it works out well, we'll do lots of them. Be fun. There's the WhatsApp. There's so many ways to conference now. Oh, that'll be nice. Sounds good, Jennifer. All right. Well, thanks so much for visiting, you guys. I think I'll put away the lunch stuff and behave myself. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Good to see you too, Annette. Good night. Good night, Carlene.